PC is almost down. Let me quickly do something.
Oh, okay,
So
okay, okay.
okay,
All right, all
I
right.
start my
All right,
short
guys.
analysis from trader. Hope we are following. So we get something. So let me just do 25 index for those of us that have been issues with 25 index, and why my directional bias remain a buy setup again. So our weekly time frame very clear. Weekly time frame. We have our liquidity engineering over here neatly done. But if you should look at this with your eyes, you should know that this structural liquidity is not up to 50%. So I will likely want to use this one as my structural liquidity. Yes, I want these one to be taken out. Then before I find a reaction. Again. And what is my other consideration is that the market was dropping before. Then immediately the market started buying back to that point again, which really happens why because the market has been consolidating for a long time, trying to get to that POI. And for instance, we were selling, so that reaction just like is not giving us a red flag that we should continue buying. That's it. But we should be very careful. We can't just jump into trades like that because the pressure here is too much. I'm still scared of entering, but it's okay. But there's an algo market structure here that say we should sell. But I'm not sure about that one because it could be a noise because going to the 4 hour time frame. Let me now go up to my trade the reef. Okay. 25 index. Um 4 hour time frame. So what we see in the 4 hour time frame, I'm seeing a clean sweep over here, a liquidity here, neatly done, and a nice structural liquidity here too, which is up to 50%. So with this, I have a buy setup on 25 index. See being spec as see being like see being risky a little bit, but I stand on a buy. Uh, it should give us at least something good. It should give us something very good. It should give us something good. That's 25 index. 25 index. So let's check other pairs. This 25 index. I don't know if I can zoom in the price where I'm buying from. You see properly. So that's it. You can pause the video and get. So so I was still looking for buys on sub 5 index. Looking for buys on sub 5 index because sub 5 index is gonna drop. Still very gonna drop. Yeah, gonna drop to we had that level on the weekly time frame. Let me see if I can bring it out. Yeah. Mm. So certified index is still going to drop to this level. So we should keep looking for sales. Don't start looking for buys, please. I see some people in the group trying to buy certified index. It's very risky to buy. The direction is still this point. It's still this point. So certified index is still going to get to 770,646. You get, and even more than that. So we should keep looking for sales. So let's check if we can see something reasonable to join. So let's see. My network is going crazy right now. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Let's zoom in. So okay. I see something nice here, but let me mask. This is the way I do my mask. So I move into the top and let's see. Nice. Network is kind of bad. Okay. I think I see a structure already. Yeah. I see one structure here. See a structure here. See one here. Structure here too. Then a break. A break here. It should be a type 2 setup. This is a sweep, a break, structural liquidity right here. Then you see we have doji candlesticks, long left candlesticks. Those candlesticks are very powerful. I repeat myself. I keep saying this. They are very, very powerful. But this is a liquidity engine right here. This is a liquidity engine, no doubt. But sometimes the market could just react with the one closest to it. But I see feel that the market should take this as our entry. So mind you, process. That's why we are getting down this. So first potential sell, high value sell, like a very high value sell for me on this pair. Yes, high value sell for me on this pair. So if I structural liquidity point of interest, that is the secret to profitability. Yes. So sweep break, structural liquidity, then release. Then yes, let's can see other stop us from getting to that. It's very convenient stop us to get us to that point. Okay. That should be that. So 5 index say that should be that. So 5 index say um you're looking to short a 5 index from this point. So okay. So this is 5 index. So 5 index say. So we keep looking for sales till we get to 70 and some numbers. You know what I mean? I just showed you. So keep looking for sales. So Mr. Era, let me leave this to analysis. My PC is almost going down. I want to relax. So
Oh, all right.
can I share now?
Yeah, you can. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
go
you
on,
so
sir.
much for sharing that.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Great, you're saying something. Go ahead.
Okay, I said thank you for the opportunity, sir. Just I'm done. Just you can continue, sir.
All right,
Let
all right,
me join you.
all right. Welcome. Okay, all right. So you did V75. So let me do so let me do and also V25 also. So let me do V1, V250.
Can you share your
I'll
screen,
do
please?
V250. I'll do V150.
Now your screen is
Let me
not showing.
start
You have to
with.
share.
It's not showing.
So I share your screen. No, it's not showing yet. It's not showing yet.
Is it showing now?
Just a minute. Like no, it's not showing. Not yet. Not yet.
Please, any other person? Is my screen showing?
It's not showing, no. Not showing.
Pastor Shay, please, is my screen showing on your side? Guys on YouTube, is my screen showing? Can you guys see my screen? Not showing. Okay. Mr. Okay, let me share again. All right, can you guys see it now?
Yes, it's up now.
Boluwaju, can you guys see it now?
Yes, yes, yes. Up now.
I need the response because I can literally see my screen from here. Okay, all right. Yes, all right. So, like I said, I will start with. Let me start with V101S. I did this already. Dropped it on my channel. Let me think this is better. So this is my chart. This is my chart. This is the daily time frame. Don't mind this 4 hours you're seeing there. So what can I clearly see? Price have been really giving us. Price have been bearish. Break of structures to the down. So this is a new low. Price is giving us clearly. This is what price have been doing, and now we're expecting a downward push, right? So now let's look at the most recent break of structure we had. Was this major break of structure to the downside, and so this is our top-down analysis. A break of structure to the down, right? And now this is our sweep of this eye, sweep of that eye. This is our structural liquidity that have been swept already, and this is our level I want to sell from. So if you're in the mentorship just now, Gray explained this very well. So you see it. This is the kind of setup we always want to be looking out for. And also he pointed out something that's very key, that your structural liquidity must be at the 50% of your Fibonacci retracement. This is the type 1. Then we also have the type 2, which I believe that this is the type 2. The current trade that I'm sharing is a type 2 setup. So your 50% of the whole range, it must be in the 50%. So yeah, this is it. And price is currently, price took it out. And so this is the whole range, right? So that 50%. And now we're expecting a downward push to the downside massively. We're expecting a downward push. So now when you go to your corresponding time frame, like your 30 minutes time frame, you are looking for that same pattern on the 30 minutes time frame. On the 30 minutes time frame. All right. So on the 30 minutes time frame, I hope you guys can see my screen very well. The 30 minutes time frame, clearly I saw this break of structure to the downside that gave me, right? That's the break of structure to the downside. And now I saw clearly you won't see what I'm seeing here that caused this push. But then again, this is structural liquidity, and this, like, there's a minor sweep at that up there, and this becomes a protected eye. So this is your first break of structure. Then this is your second break of structure, and price came into this level and sold all the way down. So if you would have taken sales from here, or you would have waited for price to give you another session again, another sell again. So that's your sweep and break of structure. This is your sweep of the eye, or you can use here. That's your sweep of the eye, right? Here will be your structural liquidity from all this. Clearly, we had our break of structure to the downside, and then clearly we had this liquidity. So here is your POI. This is your POI. Then this becomes what? Your protected eye. So you would have been selling this pair since the time I dropped that video, our last live that I did around 1 o'clock about that time, and you would have been in profit. Even if you are taking this trade from here, by now you would have been in profit. So this is how you do the top-down analysis, and you target this leg. So this is how you just be taking sales, until it gets to that level, because that's what trading is basically. Basically following the trend. So that's that. I hope that helps you. There's audio overlap on YouTube, sir. Please, Buluwaju, please, is that still happening? Is that still happening? Please, I would love to know, and I would love to. Okay, all right. Thank you. All right. So that's that for that, and price pushing. And now let's see. V10 1S. My God, literally, those of you here, you know that I will drop this analysis before this happened. We analyzed this thing, and it has been going the direction, right? It's been going the direction. So just stay tuned in this channel, because where I see this channel, this channel is going. Okay, it's all right. Okay, yeah, just stick around. So this is the analysis. It has not changed. That's a sweep because just social liquidity and price came into that. This is daily time frame. This is daily time frame, for God's sake. This is it. What else will you be looking for again? If you can catch a trade like this, what else? What do you want to be looking for? You don't need much. It's just to be following the trend. Look out for the same setup again. Follow the trend. There was one I caught here. Let me show you guys. Let me erase all this. It's basically what validation, invalidation I used. So before all this happened, this happened, right? Before that candle came back and tapped into that entry, we had a clear validation because price closed below with a candle below this low, and this was my invalidation above, right? And now I'll go to my 1 hour time frame, because this is the daily time frame. So I go to my 1 hour time frame, corresponding time frame. I go to my 1 hour time frame. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for liquidity engineering, or look for the most recent flips, most recent break of structure. That was one, and this is another one. So we have like two in this zone. So one gave me a clear liquidity engineering, and that was where price came into and sold. So your own now is just to be looking for sales continuously, because you have followed the. Do you understand? You are following the trend. Just be looking for sales. Please, those of us on YouTube, you can drop the pair that you want me to analyze, and that's it. So on this pair now, it's still coming down here. That's it. Still coming down there. You understand? Still coming down there. All right. Still coming down there. That's for that. V10, same thing on V10. V10 has dropped from here, and it's still coming here. There's a trade I saw, although I did not send it to the group. Not all the setup I sent to the group, but then again, there are some trades I'll just see and I'll just be like, come on. So this 4 hour time frame, on the 4 hour time frame, meanwhile, look for sales on V10 following the normal listing. So on this 4 hour time frame, we saw a clean validation, invalidation. Let me remove all this so that I don't get confused. Let me show you why I started selling from that line. So now this is your validation. This is your on the 4-hour time frame invalidation. And I said something about checking for liquidity engineering flips on this level, right? So on that level, on the 30 minutes time frame, I'll go down to the corresponding time frame, which is 30 minutes time frame, to look for the same liquidity engineering that failed, right? So if you look at this, see that there's a clear liquidity engineering flip that failed. So that level there is a clean liquidity engineering flip, and that's the sell from that level, and stop loss above here, and this is it. So that's how you'll be looking out for sales. If you look at this happened, there was a sweep, break of structural liquidity that went out, price dropped. So that's it. Just follow the sell. Just be following the sell like that until we get to our target. Please ask your questions. If there's any question, ask your questions. Ask your questions. It's time to dig into this chart massively so that we'll start making as much as we can. But one thing I would just say is that trading is beyond the chart. Yes, trading is beyond the chart. It's a sad truth. How many of you agree that trading is beyond the chart? How many of you agree? Oh, you don't agree? Let me remove our drawings. So this is the daily time frame. Clearly, we'll see price have been breaking structures to the down, 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 just like that. So and I think from this pair we checked that on the weekly time frame there's a target that is supposed to go to. So we're actually bearish. We have been bearish on this trade, on this pair, right? We've been bearish on this pair. But what can you do now? Let's just go on the 4-hour time frame. Look for the most recent break of structure, and let's ride from there. So now clearly so these are our range from this high to this. That's our trading range. That's our trading range. This area is quite, but now in that trading range, we have our area of liquidity, internal area of liquidity, because this is our zone, right? That's our internal area of liquidity because that's it. That's what we're looking for. And 30 minutes time, let me look for liquidity engineering flip, liquidity engineering flip or liquidity engineering itself. So looking at that, we'll see. No, I like liquidity engineering. Now, if you look at this one have been used, this liquidity engineering have been used to push price from this level here down. Now, this one, this is another one here. This one that I'm marking now here, this one have not been used. So what I mean liquidity engineering, this is it, something like this. And you can see our pattern clearly, giving us our pattern clearly, right? So these are structural liquidity that needs to be taken out. And that's why I say sometimes if you really study this liquidity engineering stuff, validation, you see that it's not different from what we have been saying. It's not different, it's still the same thing. So this is the entry, that's like your PY, this zone now. This zone now is like your PY. You understand? And where are you targeting this next level? So those of you on YouTube, you can mark this out. This V51S, right? Please, if you are new here, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for joining us. This is the Era Traders FX. So this is what we do here. We analyze the markets, share trade ideas, and So yeah, what pair would you want me to do? What pair would you want me to do? Please comment. Okay, all right. It's beyond the chart. I agree. Yeah. It's beyond the chart. Okay. Oh, it's greatly beyond the chart. Greatly. What I mean greatly? It's beyond that you have analyzed. Can you wait now for this setup to play? That's what trading is. Can you now wait for this setup to play out? Let me remove all this. So this is the 24-hour time frame. You see clearly price have been bearish. In fact, this is a major break of structure that happened. Yeah, there's a major break of structure that happened. When price was here, who remembered? Who remembered that I called this sell when price was here? I used this as structural liquidity and I called that sell. You don't remember now. All right, so but trading is beyond the chart. Very true, very true. But now let's see where is the most recent break of structure we've seen here is this one. Most recent break of structure is that, right? And I'm seeing something here. There's a kind of a sweep here. We had a break of structure to the down, and this could be used for structural liquidity. Market can choose to do anything it wants to do, can come back there. So that's a potential area that markets can come back to. But then again, if I want to just use the most recent break of structure, this is it. This area is where I will look out for myself. I'll just expect price to come all the way here and drop. You understand? But looking at the overall bigger picture, you see that price might want to come here and want to short. But then again, these are also other areas that you might look out for sales. This area, because price might choose not to go there and just come here and drop. So I'm just dropping this here so that we understand what we're doing. So I love the way I just did this sharp. It's just sweet. So yeah, that's that for V75. One is V75. We have been bearish. We have been bearish for how long now? We don't even know. But we have been bearish. Since when price came here, we have been bearish. So price is still going to still drop. Price is still going to still drop. You can't do anything now because price has, entered this setup area and has dropped, right? Remember sharing this to the group. V100, let me show you guys V100. V100, there's basically, this is a structural liquidity. I'm expecting price to take it out. This is a sweep, break of structure to down, structural liquidity. So this is basically what we have on V100. So if you're expecting, we're expecting sales on V100, right? This is what I'm expecting for V100 to come all the way here and drop. So, but you can buy into that level. There's a clean setup I saw on the 30-minute time frame that I want to share with you guys for the buy. Although it's a risky trade, it's a risky one because we are bearish. You understand? You're bearish. So this is the setup on the 30-minute time frame. There was a clean sweep of this low. And also, guys, very soon, most of the time now, you'll be seeing my team members dropping their setups to doing analysis too. So just stay active, be active. Men are crazily good in this game. So I don't like trades like this. So then again, there's kind of a minor sweep there. this could be a good structural liquidity. Then this could be a protected low. Because what happened? Price gave us a clean break of structure to the upside. But then again, I'm not saying you should do this, but then again, let me check where price was reacting from. 50%, which is fair enough. So price could just push all the way up without even coming back there. So even though you want to buy, you should be very careful because, but it's a good everything. It's like everything is in it. So, but then again, just try and apply risk management on this one if you want to enter. But it's a trade that is not really clear. Not really clear. Let me see the 15 minutes time frame. Okay. Shall apply risk management if you want to enter this. Very important. Let me see how much you're risking. Was in it? V100 1S sell. I've been on that sell. I'll show you guys on the group. V100 buy. This buy isn't buying, but on this. Okay, so if you had bought, you'll be risking about $3 to get. The first target is about $29, which is a good one. About $3 to get 39. So it's a good one. Could risk it, but then again, there's an extreme entry that I'm waiting for. Right, it's an extreme entry that I'm waiting for. So that's that. Please, any question? Trading is beyond the chart, guys. Please, can you throw more light on validation and invalidation of liquidity engineering? Thank you. All right. This session, I don't plan to teach you, but then again, somebody is already calling my attention to teach. All right, but then again, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, so basically, what validation is, like I think I've taught this before countless times. So this break of this structure is your validation. This high is your invalidation. What it means by validation is that price has validated the trend. So for a downtrend, market will take out lows. For an uptrend, market will take out high. So if the market now comes and take out here, this high, this becomes your validation. This now becomes your invalidation. That market shouldn't come back all the way here to take it out. If market takes it out, here becomes your invalidation, here becomes your validation. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. If that makes sense, let's go. So this now becomes your area of liquidity that you're expecting price to come back into, right? You're expecting price to come back into. And if this is on a daily time frame, for example, if you're using daily time frame to check this, guys, right? You should go to your corresponding one time frame, which is 1 hour time frame, your coordination time frame, and look for your liquidity engineering, something like this in this level. So in that level, this now becomes your new area of liquidity, area of interest, or area of liquidity, yes. that place to that place. And where is your liquidity engineering on this? You can either now go to the lower time frame, that's your 15 minutes time frame, right? You can either now go to your 15 minutes time frame. On this area of liquidity leg, you now look for your liquidity engineering, something like this. Or you just simply take out this as your liquidity engineering and you are entering from where? Here. I hope this helps you. I don't know. But if you want to learn more about this, you want to know how I do this, how I take my trades and get entries, you can DM me and you join my mentorship. Mentorship is just $100 to join, and also you can pay instrumentally for that. But if you want to join the team, you can join us where you can learn this strategy, right? But this is basically it. This is basically it. And also note that sometimes price might just come all the way here and just drop. Why? Because there's a liquidity flip. There's a liquidity engineering that failed to hold price previously that now add price later on here. So that's why it's just like basic support and resistance. But how will you know that this support will turn resistance here? Is if there's a liquidity engineering flip that is here and price hasn't used it before and you now use it to drop. And your stop loss will be above the high. I think I'm explaining many things in one video. But then again, the stop loss will be above this high, right? So that's all. That's that. I hope I answered the question. I hope that helps you. Please ask your question. Ask your question. If you want us to do any other pair, I would love to go step in this. I don't know, but that pair is just calling my name. So let me answer. So it's not part of my major pairs though, but then again, let me uh, stepping this is quite just messy. So let's look at the overview. But price is coming from somewhere on the daily, on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, price is coming from a good. When I mean somewhere here, yeah, price is coming from there. So price is tanking, going to tank until it takes out this low. So there's just don't just look for buy, just look for sales. Look for sales. And I think I can see our setup here because let me go to the 15 minutes time frame. I think some guys caught it. Basically, what are we looking out for? Okay, yeah, that was what Ray was talking about. Gray was talking about. Yeah, this was the setup, the sweep of the eye, a break of structure. Just to be fast, let me do this like this, and this is your like your structural liquidity target here, and this was it. So just look for sales, please. I beg you. Just look for sales, more sales on this. Let me look at step 500 because I have a setup on it. That's why I want to share this. I have a setup on it. I've shared it to the group chat. I have a setup on this. And some of you will be wondering why here, why just there, why? So this is why. I saw my validation, invalidation. This becomes my area. I go to my 1 hour time frame. Simply on that 1 hour time frame, I look for my liquidity engineering flips, liquidity engineering, right? This is it, and boom. That's why I'm taking that sell from that level. Once price get there, if we see a confirmation, we enter the trade and we are good to go. This one reacted from the liquidity engineering flip clearly, nicely. This other one came from this that's a sweep of that eye, a break of structure, then structural liquidity. let me see. Yeah, I came into the fade order block. I've thought about POIs, and if you have not watched that video on POI, you please go watch the video. You see that's the POI that I used. The price dropped nicely from that level. So yeah, we're looking for sales. So guys, this is a very good trade. This is a very good setup to wait for. Let's see how it goes, right? Um, last one before I take questions and call it a day. This is V. Although this setup was in profits, then later took us out. I think this was the liquidity engine, and I sent it to the group chat. Just started giving us profit, then price failed. Although I knew because although I wanted to just risk because now this is the overall picture I have, and price already took out the major this symbol. I was willing to risk, and I even did like I think $6.41 on this, on that little drop that happened before I told my team to break even, and price hit us on break even. So, but why I took the trade was because simply liquidity engineering. But if you look at it overall picture, I had this already that I'm waiting for on the daily time frame. Basically, a sweep of that high, second break of structure that gave us structural liquidity, and we are expecting this to be taken out and we'll sell. So that's the overall picture on V251S. So guys, ask your question. V101S. V101S. Shijuke, I hope you got what I explained. Thank you. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. V101S. I think we've done V101S now. V101S is still following our order. So if you have not watched our previous live, we've done V101S breakdown before, and price have been tanking. Really good. Even this setup, I think I shared it with you guys too. Share this level with you guys because that was the structural liquidity that was there. And sweep of that eye. So just try and backtest what we're saying. Just try and backtest these things. So price have been tanking. This one, I even waited for it to not come back. Price has been dropping since without, but from the 24-hour time frame. So just look for sales. That's what I'll tell you on this page. Just look for sales because price have been following our, price have been following our order, right? Price have been following it nicely, and we're coming to this level, which is 8,320. So yeah, that's that for V10. Price is going to drop all the way down here. So when price hit TP finally, like the same thing I said for V100, if you remember, V100 is almost at the TP, and this is the level that I analyzed it from, and price is almost here. So this is a lot. Guys. This is a lot, and price have been following the analysis, and this is where we are. This is alpha. So if you're not following us, see, please like, share, subscribe, share this channel to your friends, your loved ones. Let's let's make together. All right. Any question before call it a day? We've literally like done a lot of analysis, and those of you that joined us, thank you for joining us. Please, any question before we call it a day? Right here. I no go play Ochoro. I no go break your heart. The V100 buy is in profit. That's a little profit though. It's in profit. Cause I know the thought you are for me. your stop loss, maybe for those of you that are taking the trade, your stop loss will be around 1162.99. Your TP is around your first TP is around 1229.12 for the short buy that we saw. It's a risky trade, but it's a good risk, risking $3 to get about 29, almost $30. That's a 1 to 10. So it's a good one. And also, so yeah, since we don't have any question, that will be all. Please like, share, subscribe. This is your brother, the Era Traders FX. See you on the next one. Thank you.